What's up, guys? We're back with Malicious Compliance. So let's get in the stories, and I'll see you in a bit. Dad forces my sister to drive him everywhere while visiting. Drives him to the most expensive restaurant in town. This happened a few weeks ago. My dad lives across the country from my sister. She graduated high school, and he came out to visit. It's important to note that he's never really been good to her. My sister is immediately met with many commands. My dad said she must drive him home from the airport to his hotel, then pick him up the next day, and get dinner after graduation, along with some other things that's not important to the story. My sister and mom share a car. When asked how exactly my mom is meant to get around, he replies, "She can just Uber." My dad pulls a fun surprise and flies in a day early. My sister, who has been sick and running a fever, had to pick him up unexpectedly and go out to eat. At this point, my mom was mad. She offered to do something about it, but my sister calmly said, "No thanks." She proceeded to ask all her friends what the most expensive restaurant in the city is. I won't give away anything too revealing, but this was in a pretty well-off Midwestern city. A really nice part of that. So you can imagine the results her wealthy friends presented her. So she picks him up and goes to the restaurant, where there isn't a single entree item under $75. She orders the most expensive steak entree on the menu, with a loaded potato and truffle mac and cheese as sides, both costing extra, by the way. She goes home with plenty of delicious food, and he goes home with a $400 hole in his pocket. Throw your tray? Okay. Be annoyed. Okay guys, this just happened a few days ago. I work at a hospital as a room service ambassador and work on the surgical floor. One day I found out while I was off, a Karen was admitted to the hospital. She supposedly was very rude and demanded 5 entrees on her tray, 4 sides, and 3 desserts on each of her meal trays. She would throw the whole tray on the floor and would loudly complain if there was even a packet of sugar missing. One day, it made one of my fellow ambassadors cry. So when I heard this, I had to see this for myself. She was skinny and ate everything on the tray. She was on a calorie-restricted diet, but the nurses didn't want to hear her complain, so they let her have it. Well, I saw the lady herself, and she was indeed skinny, and not how I was expecting her to look like. Well, after testing around and forgetting an orange juice on her tray, she threw the tray on the ground in front of me. See, she was in a contact room, which meant we had to wash our hands down and glove up. Not only that, but we had to ask her for her name and date of birth. Malicious compliance mode engaged. Well, I saw this as an opportunity and brought her up another tray. This time, syrup missing on the tray. I gowned up and gloved up slowly in front of her door so she could see me. Then, I went in with my best ambassador voice and big smile and said, "Name and date of birth, ma'am." Which she grunted annoyed and said her name and date of birth. Then I said, "Do you want the tray over you or on the side?" Then she said, "Over me, you idiot." So, I complied and did so. When she saw the missing syrup, she threw the tray on the ground. Then I said, "Oops, forgot the syrup. I'll get you another tray." So I went and got her the same tray, of course without the pepper on it. I went up and put the gown on slowly, turned towards her with a big smile, and said, "I'll be with you shortly," then gloved up. I then said, "Oops, forgot to wash my hands." Proceed to take off the gloves and gown and wash my hands. Went back, put the gloves on and the gown on again. I could just see the fury in her eyes. Then I went into her room. "Name and date of birth, ma'am." Then she said, "You just asked me that question. You should know by now. Now give me the damn food." Then I said, "I can't give you the tray till you give me your name and date of birth." She said fine and gave me the info. Then she saw the pepper was missing, but didn't say anything. Then I said, "Do you want it over you or on the side?" She said over, and I did so. Then I said, "Have a good morning," and took off my gown, gloves, and sanitize out of the room. She never complained about her trays again. I have many more stories, but this one I'm most proud of. You want me to carry on with my job? Okay. So in the UK right now, it's raining real hard and hasn't stopped for like 2 days. I work as a forklift truck counterbalance driver in a warehouse that distributes clothes hangers. Also to note is that we had to sign a contract, if you want to call it that a few weeks back saying hoods are a health and safety risk and must not be worn. In doing so, will be punished. Yesterday, it was really coming down, and I was told to put pallets away in the yard. There are some counterbalance trucks that have roofs, but mine didn't. And as stated before, I didn't have a roof or a hood, so I asked my team leader if I could swap forklift trucks with one with a roof, and he just ignored me and said to get on with it. I was done in about 40 minutes. The way I sit, I lean forward to see the forks and ensure they go into the pallets correctly. So by the time I finish, the back of the seat and myself were quite wet. I parked up in the warehouse and got off the forklift truck. My team leader then ran out of gas in his forklift truck and told me to fill his up and he'd borrow mine. Knowing how wet it was outside, I agreed. Long story short, he got a wet arse and had wet trousers for the rest of the shift. Try to scam free upgrade? Gets upgraded to the worst room possible. Backstory. Years ago, I worked at a hotel location right on the beach. So many people always come in and trying to run the scam to be upgraded to beachfront all the time. Please note, if you have thought about how to scam someone, there are a lot of people who probably have already done this before you. Front desk staff are not stupid idiots who don't know how to read when a customer is full of crap. Again, as this hotel is beachfront, there are 3 types of rooms overall. Beachfront, most expensive, side, and then city view, which is the cheapest, as some don't want to spend the extra money for a view. B equals boss, me equals duh, and JC equals jerk customer. Working graveyard shift one night, I see someone booked a city view room. As we are dead, the front staff can do a free upgrade if they choose. I see this reservation and think, hey, I'll be nice and give them a free upgrade to the side, and block them into a room on the 9th floor. The 9th floor is the highest we have, except the 10th floor is for the penthouse level. I move JC over closest to the beach. JC will have a great view. The JC comes in and immediately tells me he has a beachfront view room booked. Now, for those of you who do not work in a hotel, no one ever says this. They always say, I have a room reserved. So immediately I know JC is lying. I say, sorry sir, you booked a city view room. JC tells me no, he booked a beachfront. And I explain that a beachfront will be more expensive. JC replies that no, he was quoted this much, and that's all he will pay. Enter malicious compliance. I tell him, okay, I can upgrade you to the side. JC replies with, that is acceptable. This is strike 2. Now I truly know he is lying. As if he had truly booked a beachfront, this would not have been acceptable. I changed his room to the 2nd floor and closest to the city I can make it. This room was absolutely the worst room we had, and the last one we ever used. The only time someone got booked into the room was when we sold out and no other choices were available. Instead of seeing a beach, he now has a wonderful view of our generator. B came back in early that morning. I explained if he gets a complaint from JC, this is what happened. I told him what room number I was going to put him in, to which B goes, you are being incredibly nice. As I finished telling him the story, B asked, so where did you put him? B knows I would never be nice to a jerk, as I had a reputation for malicious compliance on many occasions. I tell B the room number, and he immediately knew what I did to JC, and falls out of his chair laughing so hard. B says, "This is why I keep you around. Entertainment value. No one but you would have thought to do this to a jerk customer." B continues saying, "This best part, he thinks he scammed us and he screwed himself over. If JC would have just shut up, JC had a great room. Now, JC has the worst room possible." B tells me later that JC never did come down to complain. Moral of the story, if you're being a jerk, I will gladly give you the jerk upgrade. Alrighty boys and girls, that's gonna wrap up the stories. Now, let's get in the bonus. So, by now I've spent all my daughter's college fund money on my Monet business, link in bio. I felt guilty and it's been a rough start, but I know one day I'll climb to the top and my daughter will thank me later once Monet makes me a millionaire. Stay positive, boss babes. You're an effing idiot. Alright Karen, let's be honest with ourselves. If you were stupid enough to waste all your daughter's college fund money, you were gonna disappoint her one way or another, so get it out of the way early. And we're back to the subreddit of crushed dreams and empty bank accounts. It's anti-MLM. Let's do it. You can't make anyone join the oil lifestyle. The best you can do is stalk their Facebook profile and patiently wait for them to post an ailment. Wow girls, what a great party that was last night. The only problem is I am so tired after all that dancing. NANI? Absolutely no MLM companies or products can be advertised in this group. MLM Huns. You know, this meme is actually pretty sad because you think about it, a lot of these people in MLMs don't realize what a crappy, horrible company they're in. All they think is, wow, I'm making my future better. I'm starting a business, gonna help my friends and family out. They don't realize what a crappy company they're in, just screwing them over, depleting their bank account, and ruining any relationship they have. In reality, we shouldn't shun these people. We should try to embrace them, show them what their company truly is, and hopefully get them out of these horrible systems. So yesterday, as I'm getting my daughter ready for dance, I received this phone call, but I missed it, so I called back. Here's how it went. Me: "Hi, I missed a call from this number." Karen: "Hi Rachel, this is Karen. I was standing behind you at Hobby Lobby the other day." Me thinking, how the hell did you get my number? "I heard you give your phone number the other day and wrote it down because you just seem like you have a really great personality and I want to provide a better life for your children. I'm an Air Bonnet representative. By the way, don't give a damn if that's how you pronounce it or not. I'm not gonna look up how to pronounce a scammy company's name. And would love to chat with you about how it can help better your life for you and your family. I know it's so stalkerish and unconventional me contacting you this way, but something about you just stuck with me. You seem gullible. I had to call you." Me: yeah, that's a little weird. I'm gonna have to say no. Thanks though. I literally have never felt so violated before. Like, I was at a loss for words. Karen is a real a-hole. That whole little speech I had before does not apply to this lady. That's just creepy. You don't call someone just because you heard their number. Good God, man. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell while you're at it. And if you really liked it, maybe give it a like and a share. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.